Alright, you can bear with me. I'm running a whole new setup over here on the Revelation podcast. We will continue on what I've been planning on, and that was going back to the basics. I will be preaching from Hebrews chapter 6, verses 1 through 2. And those two verses will be our driver that will take us back to Christ's basics. Soon in the fall, school will start. Students and teachers will meet again. It will be that time to go back to the basics. And right now, over here at the Revelation Podcast, that is what we are doing. Quick recap on what the basics teachings of Christ are. And to launch us into that, I want us to read in Hebrews chapter 6, verses 1 and 2. The unknown author writes, "Therefore, let us leave the elementary doctrine of Christ and go on to maturity, not laying again a foundation of repentance from dead works and of faith toward God, and of instructions about washing, the laying on of hands, the resurrection of the dead, and eternal judgment." So from these verses, you have the 5 basic Christian principles that come from Christ himself. You have the message of salvation with not laying again a foundation of repentance from dead works and of faith towards God. And then you have baptism, of instructions about washings. You also have the laying on of hands, the gifts. Also, you have resurrection of the dead, the rapture, and then finally, the end times, God's judgment. Now, this will be a very long series. I wouldn't be surprised that we will be here for at least 2 years or more. My approach that with each audio that I want to try to keep it under 10 minutes. And so that's why I kind of got this set up to encourage me to keep it under 10 minutes. It's a good audio if it's around 5 minutes or under, because I don't want to take too much of your time. I know you guys out there that listen to the Revelation podcast are busy. Again, I'd like to thank God for you guys taking the time to click play wherever you click it at, whether it be Spotify or iTunes. And so we are going to launch into the first basic principle of Christian, and that is salvation. And we will begin to launch that in the next audio.